I'm Know Nothing attorney. I know nothing, so you can too. Because it's only in embracing that we know nothing that we can actually learn anything. And that's what I'm here to do each night that I'm live with you. I hope to learn from you, and I hope you can learn along with me. It has been a day, y'all. Maddie, I hope you're feeling well. Sorry to hear that things have been hard. Well, that's good. Eating again like 4 times in one day? Eating 4 times in one day? Okay. I had a specific story that I wanted to find before we started everything, because cool, things are cool. Save act fails? Ooh! That's not the one that I wanted to read, but hey! Splurging. The save act! I'm curious what they mean. Oh, yeah, that was my reaction. Does that mean we're actually going to survive this thing? I think that felt like the last hurrah. Nope, nope, nope. Let me turn that music down. Southern oh my god. The Southern Poverty Law Center applauds the U.S. Senate's rejection of the Safeguard American Voter Eligibility America Act. Is that really the name? Jesus Christ. It's worse than it's ever been. Oh my god. Safeguard American Voter Eligibility America Act? The America doesn't follow the rest of the phrase. You made an anagram with it, but the anagram doesn't work anymore if you can't use it right. A sweeping anti-voter legislation pushed by the Trump administration that would have erected significant barriers to ballot access for millions of eligible Americans. We are glad the SAVE Act died in the Senate. We are grateful to every senator who stood firm against it, to every American who called, wrote, and organized to make their voice heard. Thank you. Your voice matters," said Laura Williamson, Senior Policy Advisor, SPLC. While we know opponents of a multiracial, inclusive democracy will continue to push the SAVE Act and other attempts to block the right to vote, we know the American people reject these efforts and have the power to stop them. Hi, little Donnie Fund. Did you get things working? I feel like on Saturday you also said test, so I don't know how much that does. The Save America Act would require citizens to present documents. Yeah. What? So what was the actual thing that happened? As much as I hate the Donald Trump, like, senility stories, they do seem to be ramping up. I'm seeing more of them lately. I've been running into weird issues. I was on Twitch all day today, no problem, but came to your stream and had to clear site settings and log back in. Is that a result of, like, the merged chat thing that we had Friday night? Oh no, 8 weeks in, Trump may be headed toward an Iran deal similar to Obama's. Sanctions relief in return for a moratorium on nuclear fuel enrichment is the exact arrangement that Trump and many Republicans criticized for years. Oh boy, to be the second person to land on the same policy as Obama. How funny would that be if he got the same thing as Obama or worse, right? Michigan refuses to hand over 2024 election ballots to Trump administration. Thank you, Michigan. Let's go. I'm still upset that Texas just turned over all of its voter rolls. Not seeing more on the SAVE Act, and I'm not seeing the story that I wanted. I'm gonna have to try to find that. In search of IQ, it's this guy I haven't seen in a while. What's going on? It says you're a first-time chatter. You hear the theory on Barron running the prediction market bets? You mean from John Oliver last night? What's your other username? I was the dude a while ago who was talking about how I think I mishandled a 911 call. Oh boy. You got to refresh my memory more than that. Well, that's probably why people are talking about it today, Little Donnie Fund, is John Oliver did a presentation on the betting markets last night. And what was it? Kalshi has Trump Jr. as a... Oh, that was Barron. You said Barron. I think it was Trump Jr. that he talked about that had... he was in like an unofficial advisor, an unpaid advisor to Kalshi. I'd more believe that people are going, oh, Barron, you're so smart and capable of manipulating the markets. You're a real genius. I need IQ. Yeah, it was good. Right, the Mamdani Act. That's what I need to look up. Okay. This up here. Go.
Of 5 city-owned grocery stores, 1 in each borough. Today, we make good on that promise. I am proud to announce that we will open every single...
I don't think this is related. And read the Mamdani Act. Oh, so you do know his name and how to spell it. Okay, so I wasn't just crazy. Someone else saw the Mamdani Act news. Okay. Surprised I didn't see it more up there. This talks about the Mamdani Act. Yeah, absolutely, in search of IQ. The Mamdani Act would amend existing immigration law to prohibit the admission and naturalization of any non-citizen who is or was a member of, affiliated with, or advocates for a Chinese communist, socialist, Islamic fundamentalist, or other totalitarian party, or any organization that advocates those ideologies. What about Christian fundamentalist groups? Huh? That will never pass the floor, in my opinion. No, I'm sure it won't. But it's terrifying that this is being proposed. Those are next on the list, right under white South Africans. The idea that these things are so normalized that this is like, we're getting like 1950s legislation proposed in 2026. Okay, well, maybe Little Donnie Fund, maybe it's just not coming to mind. Like, what has been introduced on the House floor that's worse? How about white terrorist groups? Yeah, what about white ethno-nationalists? Those are fine. Do you think Section 230 is being misused when platforms treat it as a choice in regards to how they enforce their terms of service? Section 230 shields liability on platforms from content its users post, but is it dropping the ball when it promotes some things it inconsistently bans in other settings? Um, I don't know. In Search of IQ, the alternative is to hold them liable for the things that are posted on their platform. So, if you're going to try to hold them liable, you would require them to have to review every piece of content that is posted. Even if they selectively apply their terms of service, is the alternative really to have them review every piece of content for approval? Specifically, if you associate it with AI created content. Section 230 shields them from liability, but if the AI is embedded within their platform and not a third party, wouldn't AI created content be exempt from Section 230 protections? Man, I'm not following. Section 230 shields them from liability, but if the AI is embedded within their platform and not a third party, wouldn't AI created content be exempt from Section 230 protections? Oh, is that what like these websites are doing now? I haven't heard that. So then they're generating their own content. I mean, I if it's their own content, I think they are liable for it. Because that is speech that they control. If you can demonstrate that they're the ones who made the speech, I am sure 230 doesn't protect that. Am I wrong? They're generating content from other stolen content, which makes me wonder why there's no laws on it. That's what human art is, Little Donny Fund. I still want to hear somebody argue this one against like my position on this, because I haven't heard anyone argue back against it. Isn't that what human art is? No? Human art isn't learned from, at least partially, from observing other art? Like even styles or references or illusions, techniques. These are all generated from other, like viewing other people's art. Like most artists don't do art without having consumed art. Is that not what AI is doing? Just mishmashing a bunch of borrowed art together? I mean, I'm not going to argue at all that AI is equivalent to human art, but I'm just talking about in terms of intellectual property. I don't know how we. Okay, no, I'm back on track of how we got to this from Section 230. But I would still argue that because they're the ones posting it, they are the ones making the speech. It is their speech. So 230 doesn't apply to that. I think 230 provides to hosted speech of other people, other entities. Little Donny Fund, that's what all artists do from art they consume. It's not regenerating people's art. It is taking people's art, but we do that with our eyes constantly. Artists take other people's art into their brain. If two people by chance created a 99% similar painting, who gets the ownership of that? By chance? Get I'm sure they would each get ownership of their own painting. They would each own a painting that is 99% similar to another's, but it is the 1% that makes it different than the other one, and no one gets to own that. No one gets to own that 1% or the how that 1% interrelates with the other 99%. Because there may be a lot of meaning in the 1% that's different. Okay. So we're done with communists, we're done with socialists, we're done with Islamic fundamentalists specifically, and we're done with totalitarian parties. Oh wait. So can we remove immigrants who are coming here being pro-Trump? Now hold on. Yeah, that would be incredibly unpatriotic. I agree, but here, alas, here we are with the Republican Party doing this. Under its deportation provisions, a non-citizen already in the United States could be removed if they engage in advocacy for socialism, communism, Marxism, or Islamic fundamentalism, distribute or publish material promoting those ideologies, or hold membership in affiliated organizations at any point after admission. Well, I'm glad I'm a citizen so that I can publish content that is pro-socialist all the time, because I'm very different from an immigrant who would be making the same speech. As a citizen, I'm completely different. Isn't Twitch owned by someone in Egypt? I don't know. I just disagree that artists steal others' art. I wouldn't say steal. I don't think stealing is what it is. They get inspiration from other artists, sure, but they don't steal their work and claim it as their own. Well, at least most good artists don't. But they do. They do that all the time. They just don't attribute it not only externally but internally to others. Huge amounts of your artwork is based on your observations of others' artwork. You don't think of it that way a lot of the time. Like, some people may say that my style is very blank-esque, so like I get a lot of inspiration from this other artist, but other artists that you don't even think about are impacting your art. Things you have observed come into the process. Yeah, I stole an idea from an exciting painting to create the image, I believe. What? Existing painting. What AI image are we talking about? The AI generated image Trump used? Okay. Oh. That's why things feel so weird. I need to put music back on. There we go. Crucially, the bill would stop strip... Oh my god. Crucially, the bill would strip courts of the ability to review any determination made under its provisions, meaning deportation, denaturalization, or inadmissibility decisions would be final with no avenue for legal challenge. Wow! Jesus Christ! What the fuck? What? Fucking crazy shit. We have elected representatives who just want to tear down the entire political process. The whole political experiment. Roy told Breitbart News, "Why do we continue to import people who hate us? Not just for the last 6 years, but for the last 60 years, our immigration system has been cynically used to disadvantage American workers' competitiveness in favor of mass importing the third world. This has not just led to higher crime and lower wages, but also the promulgation of hostile ideologies fundamentally opposed to American values. By targeting the Red-Green Alliance, this legislation deploys new tools to fight back against the Marxist and Islamist advance that has devastated Europe and has now arrived on our doorstep, especially in my home state of Texas. What the fuck are you talking about? We don't have a big bucket to choose from at this point for people that like us, right? Your mom hates you, dude. Your mom would be disappointed. Yes, tourism is down. Absolutely. There are travel warnings against the US. Roy told Breitbart News, "Why do we..." Oh, I read that section. The bill specifically cites Mamdani, arguing that his very presence and those who champion Marxist ideologies demonstrate how the immigration system enables the mass importation of Marxists and Islamists. Roy has previously described Mamdani as very clearly an Islamist Marxist. God damn it. Why can't you just be a serious person? And has called on the Department of Homeland Security and Department of Justice to scrutinize his background, citing Mamdani's association with Imam Siraj Wahhaj, whom prosecutors included in a list of alleged unindicted co-conspirators in the 1993 World Trade Center bombing. Can you just be a serious person? I mean, yeah, I wouldn't come here either. I would not voluntarily come here. I feel like these mofos didn't read the Constitution and follow history. Like, man, 6 months ago, I don't know about 6 months ago, 10 months ago, if it weren't for the fact that I have a kid here and I can't control on my own where she lives, I may have started planning to leave. That never really crossed my mind because I knew I couldn't do it. Like, I couldn't do anything about it because I'm not, like, leaving my kid with her mom. So I'm just, like, I'm stuck here. It's the way it's gonna be. But if I hadn't been stuck, I would have started planning to leave myself. Constitution is optional. Theoretical law and practice is the new norm. I wish I could. Same B. Back now. Story was in bathroom. Oh, sorry, was in bathroom. Maddie, de-apologize right now. You do not apologize for being in the bathroom. Theo Chino, first National Secretary of the Social Democrats of America, told Newsweek that he had faxed a letter directly to Roy's congressional office on Monday, sarcastically noting that Roy had forgot to include Social Democrats and liberals in the Mamdani Act. Chino wrote that his organization runs monthly sessions to teach arrogant Americans about the strong history of freedom within socialism, and signed off saying he looked forward to the passage of your bill so I can find more dumb Americans to educate about socialism, since so many educated socialists from around the world may no longer be able to enter our country. I mean, referring to them as dumb Americans, I don't know. See that you can't win a lot of points with anybody that way. Okay. One thing about any assigned apology. One thing about the use of art and transformative art. We wouldn't have entire genres and trends like parody and satire if we didn't have the ability to mirror or transform directly from previous art and cultural reference. I mean, yeah, exactly. The only difference between that, like, parody art and other art is that parody art, it just brings the layer of relatedness to other art closer to the forefront. Things that are less close to parody still are borrowing from, like, modern culture, for one. Like, on a broad scope, it's borrowing from modern culture. And beyond that, from styles that they've processed, like the entire concept of the MCU is just licensed fan fiction. Is it fan fiction if it's licensed? I mean, I guess you can get to a point where a work is so ingrained in how people grew up, then it's people who grew up with it, being fans of it, only happening to become professionals in the thing they were already fans of later, so I guess so. Wait, what is this? Who are Zoran Mondani's parents? What is democratic socialism? Okay. AI does produce so much slop, and I hate it. I hate it so much. I told my daughter to turn off her YouTube shorts yesterday. I couldn't freaking handle all the AI crap. Oh, Little Donnie Fund, I'm against it. That's not the argument. I'm against it. I just don't think it's like a violation of intellectual property. I never understood contracts. I feel people assume contracts are legally binding, but would an illegal contract still be considered legal? No. That is a fundamental premise of contract law, is that a contract has to be within the bounds of what is already legal to be considered new law between the parties involved. That's the fun thing about contracts, is you're basically making your own brand of law between just a couple of people. Saying that we can't transform or use previous art to create new art would kill all art. You can make an illegal contract, but it wouldn't be binding by either party. You would have to take it to court and then show it to the judge and be like, look, the subject matter of the contract is illegal, Your Honor, but please take it seriously. And then I finally found the article. You watch this. I never did watch Liar Liar. Dems aren't buying reports of Alito staying put? Oh god. Please no. We should do movie nights and have you watch lawyer movies. What, watch it in Discord? I've watched some lawyer movies. I've watched My Cousin Vinny. I've watched shoot. What is the one with the Scopes Monkey trial called? Watched A Few Good Men. I watched the Paper Chase. What else? Legally Blonde 2. Inherit the Wind, thank you. It was like A Mighty Wind? That's the band one. Watched To Kill a Mockingbird, which I recently rewatched, and I was like, oh shit, that's how that ends? God, fuck, I totally forgot. That's terrible. Christopher Guest. 12 Angry Men. I love 12 Angry Men. What's my favorite legal movie? Last I remember, I think I was surprised at how much I liked A Few Good Men. Roman J. Israel Esquire. Oh yeah, Mighty Wind is the Christopher Guest movie. Yeah. Man, I'm so sad you missed the brilliant call out for Liar Liar and made bad contract. And bad contract law. What happened in Liar Liar that was bad contract law? We should watch it and find out. Lil Donnie Fun, did you do something to make the horse patch people mad at you? Oh, another one to watch Judgment at Nuremberg. That one's sad. Huh. Judgment at Nuremberg. Liar Liar. What else do I need to watch? I don't know. I just got a list of people that got banned Friday night, and then your name was also provided, and they're like, well, they weren't banned, but we're also providing their name. The Insider. What'd you do? See, you did do something. Glare. Okay. Just out of nowhere, I am still in the background working on Deltarune shit. And earlier I was explaining to my girlfriend why I'm so invested in the mystery aspect of Deltarune. I think I finally figured out the interesting hook, because she's in it now. I think. Imagine Inception, okay? And you're going into somebody's dream, and in that dream you're going into someone else's dream, so you're going into a dreamed version of a person's dream, and so on and so forth. And you keep going into layers of dreams, and say you go about like 5 layers down, and then you open the doorway to someone else's mind, and there's somebody looking back at you, and they're like, ah, I see I'm being dreamed. I would like to come out now. I would like to make my way up the layers of dreams with you now, whether you like it or not. I mean, there's so much you could do with the concept of Inception, but the interesting thing about Deltarune is that there's an entity on the other side that wants to come back through with you. An entity that's like, hey, life doesn't mean anything, let's just entertain ourselves by killing everything because nothing has meaning, and in order to experience everything, I might as well kill everything. It's kind of dark, scary shit. Like, I kind of wish, like, somebody else got their hands on the IP of Inception to do, like, a TV show concept with it. Please not, like a serial. Like, just, like a... What do you call that? Episodic? Have it actually lead somewhere. What do they call that? Prestige TV these days? Like, do a prestige TV series on... an Inception, hijacking other people's dreams. What the fuck?
It's unfortunate because I'm assuming she's a senior and going to graduate soon enough. Now this is going to jeopardize her ability to graduate.
A 23-year-old FIU student charged with a felony over messages she wrote in a school group chat. Gabriela Saldana facing a judge Thursday morning. According to her arrest report, this went down in a WhatsApp group chat of about 215 students, where students were discussing an event that was to take place.
Oh yeah, Philadelphia and the Pelican Brief. I don't know, some movies seem to like have a stick so far up their ass that they wouldn't be fun to watch. And I never got the impression that Philadelphia was fun to watch.
Friday at the Ocean Bank Convocation Center on campus.
Vigilante has it out for me when I called him out a while back. Well, wait. I know it's about AIDS. I imagine that Bohemian Rhapsody is a fun movie to watch. Gosh. I don't know that one. Here. Okay. 50 best movies about lawyers. Ranked. And trust me, guys, this is the definitive list. You don't get better ranking than this. I have no idea what source I'm reading. A Time to Kill. An emotionally charged legal thriller that dives deep into the world of racial prejudice in the Deep South. Oh yeah, I watched the movie Loving in law school. It was about Loving v. Virginia. Few Good Men, My Cousin Vinny, The Verdict, The Lincoln Lawyer. I thought that was a TV show. I don't remember. I feel like it was kind of like a B movie version of the events of Loving v. Virginia, but it was both. Okay. Jinx? Oh. I was like, oh, are we talking about Arcane now? God, I couldn't even remember the name of the show. Oh, I remember Primal Fear. That was Edward Norton's like takeoff hit. That's where he became known to be an actor. Drag in Primal Fear? Oh, never mind. Sorry. I missed the first post. Drag. Did Edward Norton dress up? I mean, the priests in Primal Fear, they do wear some pretty feminine robes, don't they? Philadelphia. Okay, I guess it is that good of a movie. I guess I need to watch it. The Firm. I guess I have some like John Grisham content I need to watch. Hey, now hold on. Marissa Tomei is in The Lincoln Lawyer? All right, okay. All right. Yo, I'm back. Got Twitch banned on my last account for being mass reported. Why were you mass reported? Sounds like a thing that somebody should not be. The Rainmaker? Doesn't this... I feel like The Rainmaker, I remember being about like an autistic person. Is that not what that movie was? Idealistic young lawyer takes on a ruthless insurance company in a fight for justice on behalf of a dying leukemia patient, with stand-up performances by Matt Damon and Danny DeVito, and a gripping plot based on yet another John Grisham bestseller. Rain Man. Okay. Ha 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 ha. Okay. The Devil's Advocate is number 11. Come on. Come on. I can't take that movie seriously. I didn't say it. I didn't say it wasn't good. It's just not a serious movie. And, and at the end, if I remember right, at the end isn't the devil like, and I was tricking you into having sex with your sister. Ha ha! Got you. Like the last time that I turned on a channel that was showing the Devil's Advocate, it was on that part, and I was like, what the fuck? The Pelican Brief. Damn, I do not remember the movie being that intense of a plot. A young law student unwittingly stumbles upon a deadly government conspiracy after putting together a controversial legal brief that could implicate some of the most powerful people in the country. She finds herself pursued by dangerous assassins. She must turn to an investigative reporter for help in exposing the truth. I Man, when I was a kid and like the family that I was staying with put on the Pelican Brief, I thought it was a movie about lawyers who were doing something for some kind of like pelican preservation or something like that. And I don't remember anything about the movie, but I remember like being riveted by the legal aspects of the movie. And I went on growing up not knowing anything about what that movie was about. And so I've been very confused at this moment. Let's say one of them doesn't understand the concept Russian and American imperialisms can exist in Ukraine, even if it's the Russians causing a genocide there. I feel like there must have been more that you said with that. By putting together a controversial brief? What, to save pelicans? Yeah. The Accused, Anatomy of a Murder. I feel like I started Anatomy of a Murder, but I didn't finish it. I'm sorry, this is, I'm sure, riveting content, y'all. Hey, there's Judgment at Nuremberg. Dark Waters. Was this about PFAS? I think this is the one about PFAS. Oh, okay. Jesus. Oh, okay. Yes, it is. All right. Can come in vocal to tell you the story if you want to. Sure, why not? Entertain me. Okay. Wednesday, I'm going to have a normal stream. It's going to start at a normal time, maybe a little bit early. I'm going to start early. I just want to work on the conspiracy video. Not conservative propaganda video, not conspiracy video. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. I mean, I'm in the on-air channel. I know, Maddie. It's been a crazy, like, it's been a crazy few weeks and it's been a crazy few days. I'm ready to regain a sense of normalcy. Like, I feel like everything has been 100 miles per hour since February at the latest. It may have been 100 miles per hour since Christmas. Oh, I loved it. I had a great time. Like, I didn't want to do two events in one night. Like, my girlfriend and my daughter were hanging out without me that whole time. I was like, I don't want to say no when I've tried to do two collaborations in a single weekend, and one of them wants to reschedule so that they end up aligning on the same night, but I don't like taking that time away. Okay. Barday, hey, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Just about to have somebody come in to tell us an uninteresting story. Wait, what's going on here? No, stop it. Need help with raid alerts?
Hello, do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Hey, Barday.
Um,
Welcome in. Anybody from Barday's channel who's not familiar, I'm Know Nothing Attorney. We talk political news, politics, sometimes get into making some videos. And also, Maddie, I need another PragerU video to dissect so we can get into the propaganda pieces of it. I enjoyed doing that for the first time. We need to do it again. Yeah. But overall, we push for the unrealistic goal of trying to get together a constitutional convention because it's the only way that you're going to ever fix the freaking constitutional holes that this country has. So welcome in. Give me 1 second, man. There we go. All right, so explain what happened that got you mass reported.
So, I explain? I come here to explain the uninteresting story. Sorry for the accent. I'm French, so if I don't, if you don't understand something, don't hesitate to ask me to repeat.
Okay.
So basically, I'm a left activist in France, radical left activist.
Okay. Well, yeah.
and-
On the radical side, you're sure to get some mass reports. I bet.
Yeah, kind of. So I kind of have the habit of it happening from the right wing, but so yeah, it was a long time since I didn't really come on Twitch for a few years. But
Wait, hold on. So you got mass reported by the people on the right?
No. It's by a left guy.
Oh, okay.
No, it's a left streamer, and basically, it's a guy that claims himself, to be an anarchist, and to be like, he has a lot of problems with other streamers. Like, he's pretty known to have clashes with people, and to have like a group of other streamers that orbit around him. And I was not even on his stream, like the story didn't even originate on his stream. What happened is I was talking about Ukraine. Like there was a few years ago, when the war in Ukraine started, there was Volodymyr Zelensky that came in France to the National Assembly to meet with the deputies we have there. And the group I'm a part of, we have deputies in the assembly. Maybe you know it, La France Insoumise, Lefty, French group, Mélenchon, I don't know.
Yeah, hold on. Can we pause real quick and address little Zani Fun's question?
Yeah.
Are you evading Twitch rules by having an account right now?
I don't know. I don't think so.
When were you banned?
Like 1 month ago, I think, or so.
1 month ago, and are you able to sign in with that name now?
With the other account name? No.
What?
With the account I was banned with, you mean?
Yeah.
No.
Well, unfortunately, I feel like I can't have you up on the live chat if you're evading Twitch TOS.
Well, I'm on Discord. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm streaming the Discord chat into the Twitch. So, sorry about that.
It's as you want.
No, wait, hold on. Whoops.
Yeah.
Thanks, I appreciate that little Donny Fund. Appreciate it, Shalfus. Okay, I haven't... Oh, On the Basis of Sex is really ranked that high? Man, I'm surprised that Legally Blonde is this far down. I'm surprised that Paper Chase is this far down. Paper Chase is like a super famous law movie. Liar Liar's at 35. Wow, Michael Clayton getting shit on. Boy. I have a crazy PragerU video. I'm going to PM you into Discord because when you see the title, oh boy. I might have to listen to a little bit of it before I get off tonight. And do an actual dissection on, not Wednesday, because Wednesday we're going to work on the fucking constitutional propaganda video. Or I keep conservative propaganda video. I can't freaking talk tonight, guys. I mean, it doesn't matter how old the PragerU video is. The point is to like dissect how propaganda is used in videos like that, and that information is still valuable. Like, I really like the dissection we did. Like, we addressed some really insidious ways of talking about things. Roman J. Israel Esquire. Yeah, we're getting to the point, like, I just have not heard of any of these movies. There's more than 50. Ace Attorney number 58. Nah, come on. Y'all can't be serious with me. Israel, the world's most moral army? That sounds like sarcasm, just in the words. Nah. What?
There are two views.
I know, y'all, I know. But, like, the way they put that, it just sounds like sarcasm. I know they didn't mean it to sound like sarcasm. Still does. Good lord. Israel, the world's most moral army. Okay.
Of the Israeli military. What you hear in most of the media, and the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth.
I'm going to believe the side that constantly breaks constitutional law by demanding that businesses not boycott Israel. I'll believe that side, guys, sure. Take a policy that's fascist? Believe them on a moral level.
I was the commander of British forces in Afghanistan.
I agree, Maddie. This is the most hot potato title of a video ever. I was like, I don't know if I can read this.
I have fought in combat zones around the world, including Northern Ireland, Bosnia, Macedonia.
You sound like you colonized India in the 19th century. That's what your voice sounds like. I don't know if you should be talking about what military theaters you've been in.
And Iraq. I was also present throughout the conflict in Gaza in 2014. Based on my experience and on my observations,
thank you, Maddie.
The Israel Defense Force, the IDF, does more to safeguard the rights of civilians in a combat zone than any other army in the history of warfare. Why is this so? Firstly, Israel is a decent any other army in the history of warfare. Why is this so? Firstly, Israel is a decent country with Western values.
Good God, what a defense of Israel. What? What? A decent country.
Values run on democratic principles. Israel has no more interest in war than Belgium does. In fact, Israel has never started.
Decent?
The war. The only reason it ever goes to war is to defend itself. And it has to defend itself because, unlike Belgium, it is surrounded by countries and armed groups that want to
When did this video get posted? Maddie DM'd it to me. What's up, Athena? Yeah, you seen some Zionist propaganda up here?
destroy it. Secondly, Judaism, with its unsurpassed...
I'm sorry, what's happening? What is that? What? Ooh. Star of David. Also, fuck this British asshole, right?
moral standards remains a major influence on the citizens of Israel. I say this as a non-Jew. Thirdly, the army is composed overwhelmingly of citizen soldiers. Israel's a small country with a small professional army. To fight a war, it depends on its conscripts and its reservists. These are ordinary citizens, from professors to plumbers, called upon to defend their homes. They don't want to be fighting.
I like how they're avoiding the phrasing that they are required to serve. Aren't all soldiers in it? No, like everyone thought Israel used purely why can't I think of the fucking term? PMC forces. The British gave land that wasn't there to give in 48. It seems they have not learned their lesson, huh? Oh? I say this as a non-Jew. Okay, why do you need to say that?
And they don't want to harm others. Nowhere was the essential morality and decency of the IDF more evident than in the Gaza war of 2014.
Maddie, I don't know if I want to do the debunking on this one. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole of researching the background to the Israel conflict so that I can have people come in here and get mad at me.
If ever there was a purely defensive war, this was it. The war was started by
I can still
Hamas,
enjoy looking at it.
the terror organization, designated as such by the US State Department that runs the Gaza Strip. In the first 6 months of 2014, Hamas launched hundreds of rockets at Israeli civilians. After repeated warnings from Israel to stop.
Why did they do that? They must be really mean people who just want to throw missiles at people, right? Why did they do that? Because this fuck is one of those Christians that thinks the existence of Israel is vital to the fucking Armageddon. But debunk what? He makes claims with no evidence. Yeah, right, like... I don't necessarily mean debunk, but take apart the propaganda strategy. And I don't know that there's really a strategy there to take apart either. They're decent. Source needed. Source not given.
The Israeli Air Force finally conducted precision strikes to halt the rocket fire, and the IDF advanced into Gaza to destroy a network of terror tunnels.
I'm sorry, what the fuck was that? Jesus Christ. Hold on a second.
And the IDF advanced into Gaza to destroy a network of terror tunnels.
What the fuck? Who makes this shit? Why? We could point out how he's... Okay, alright. We could point out how he's trying to appeal to your compassion by saying how decent they are.
To destroy a network of terror tunnels that Hamas had constructed to attack Israeli communities
What are you doing?
near the Gaza border. The IDF took extraordinary measures to give Gaza civilians notice of targeted areas.
In no sense in that moment do you appear to be the empathetic side here. The sympathetic side. Oh my god. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna reset it. We're gonna go watch that at normal speed and then we'll keep it going. But this is the worst way to make your side seem sympathetic.
Destroy a network of terror tunnels that Hamas had constructed to attack Israeli communities near the Gaza border. The IDF took extraordinary measures to give Gaza civilians notice of targeted areas, dropping millions of leaflets, broadcasting radio messages, sending texts, and making tens of thousands of phone calls. Let me repeat that. The Israelis called Gazans on their cell phones and told them to leave their residences and move to safety. Never
Them and all their smartphones.
in the history of warfare has an army phoned its enemy and told them where they're going to drop their bombs. Many IDF missions that could have taken out Hamas.
We're going to bomb your home. We've called to tell you we're going to bomb your home. Hope you didn't love anything in your home. We're bombing your home and they way out of it. Good luck.
Mass military capabilities.
And the way out of it. Yeah, I
were
got you.
aborted to prevent civilian casualties, increasing the risk aborted that could have taken out Hamas military capabilities. Many IDF missions that could have taken out Hamas military capabilities were aborted to prevent civilian casualties, increasing the risk to Israeli citizens and soldiers.
Thank you, IDF.
Despite all of this,
Thank you.
of course, in a
The heroes. Superman stepping in to stop his laser beams from killing innocent people. What a hero. Man. This video is wild, Maddie.
innocent civilians were killed. Every war is chaotic and confusing.
What is this? I'm sorry. I'm going to expand this window just a little bit. What is this screen? Israel, the world's most moral army. Of course innocent civilians were killed. They were killed goodly. Thank God for the IDF. I don't know what we would have done if the IDF hadn't been there to stop the IDF from doing more IDF.
Confusing, and mistakes are frequent. But mistakes are not war crimes. Hamas, on the other hand, committed war crimes as official government policy. Hamas.
So they're a sovereign state now? Is this recognition of Palestine? I think this guy just recognized Palestine as a nation.
Hamas deliberately positioned its military assets among the civilian population, hiding weapons in schools and hospitals, and placing rocket launchers alongside apartment buildings, then forced those civilians to stay in areas.
You know, something I heard recently. I think I learned this from watching Parker, probably. I've heard that Israel has been condemned by the UN for building civilian buildings near military bases intentionally. They put schools by military bases. This is such projection.
They knew would be attacked. They also instructed their people to report the lie that every Gazan killed was a civilian, even if they were actually fighters.
Hey, calm down.
And if there were no civilian deaths, Hamas made them up. Numerous internet sites.
And if there were no civilian deaths, Hamas made them up? The fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? I don't understand. This is pre-October 7th.
Show Palestinians
This is
elaborately
psychotic.
staging sniper victims and
Are they imaginary or are they an accident?
smashed ambulances,
Yeah, this is 10 years ago.
among other phony horrors. It's so common, there's even a term for it, Pallywood, as in Palestinian Hollywood. Ironically, it's the leaders of Hamas.
I'm sorry, there's a term for it? There's a term for it? Whose term is this? Who says this?
Hamas themselves, who best understand the extraordinary measures the IDF will take to protect innocent civilians. They take full advantage of Israel's decency and adherence to the laws of war. No army takes such risks in order to protect civilians as the Israeli army does. I say this as a professional soldier. I say it because it's true. And people who care about truth should know it. I'm Colonel Richard Kemp for Prager University.
Jesus.
Join Prager University.
Oy. Okay. Well, that's gonna do it for me for tonight. Maddie, whatever happened to you pretending like you were going to start sleeping earlier? Probably same thing that happened to me saying that I was going to start streaming earlier. This is back before they got slapped for calling themselves university. Fuck this asshole. Yeah, amen. Fuck those assholes. All of them. Alright. I'm No Nothing Attorney. I know nothing, so you can too. Because it's only in embracing that we know nothing that we can actually learn anything. And that's what I do every time I'm live here with you guys. I learn from you. And I hope you can learn along with me. As always, I'm proud of you. I don't need to know you personally for that to be real. It's true and you deserve to hear it. If only because life is hard. It's always been hard and it always will be hard. But the way you face each and every single day, the way you do, is remarkable. So stay remarkable. And I'll see you guys Wednesday night. And we're gonna do some work. I'm gonna do some work with you guys. You got caught up in this video? Yeah, I know, right? Me too. I didn't intend to spend that long on it. Okay, it was a fucking wild ride, Maddie. Thank you for that one. All right, do we have somebody to raid? Cannot speak with my mouth. Alex Jones Network. Fuck yeah. Let's turn some frickin' frogs gay. You're welcome. You have a good night. I don't see anybody to raid. Oh well. All right, good night, everybody. See you Wednesday.